I was recently fixing an older manufactured home that had some faux beams on the ceilings, and I was committed to make it look like new and modern. I'm Tiffany and I'm a big fan of ceiling beams, but these right here aren't cutting it. So I'm going to show you how I took this 1980s home and I gave it a brand new look. This home had a lot of wallpaper and we needed to remove it in order to do the walls. The middle beam has some paneling and trim attached to it, but I wanted to do something different, so I decided to remove it. And that's my friend Chris, who was there helping me for a week with the demo part of the renovation. Removing the paneling means that it will leave big open seams from the partition of the house showing, so that's something we're gonna have to take care of. Before starting on the beams, I needed to texture and paint the walls and ceiling, but after that, I was good to go. I used the sprayer to prime and paint the ceiling along with the beams. After that, I started painting each beam in a dark brown color. I used Valspar satin finish and the color was Italian leather. I love this color because it made it look like dark wood. And if you're wondering why that one beam is not painted in the back, it's because it's missing part of it. Unfortunately, I didn't record the process of me fixing it, but I built a box out of scrap wood that was the same size as the beam and I attached it. I covered the seams with wood putty, sanded it, and then painted them like the rest of the beams. Because there was this gap left going down from the middle beam, I wanted to cover it up with something that matched the rest of the beam. So I used 1x8 prime boards to put at the top and to cover the seams. The size of the beams were 6 inches wide, so we had to cut the 1x8 down to 6 inches. I thought that putting the top beam was going to be challenging, but it didn't end up being that bad. Luckily, my dad was here to help. We used screws to secure the beam. To cover the screw holes, I use wall compound. You can also use wood filler, which might sand a little bit better, but I didn't have any on hand. After it dried, I sanded it until it was smooth, but apparently I didn't do a good job because you can tell where I covered the screws. But that's okay. I think it came out good overall. This is what it looked like before. And here's the finished product. And as a bonus, you get to see what the rest of the room looks like after the renovation. If you like these type of videos, consider subscribing. I have more DIY projects in the future and I'll be making more videos.